Indy 103.1.
This is Barely Legal with Joe Escalante.
Kim in Culver City, you're on the air with Barely Legal.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a good and simple question.
Okay.
I want to pitch a documentary that hasn't been done before to a well-established documentary production company. How do I go about doing that?
To me, I'm not really sure what a documentary company is. When you're talking about a distributor of documentaries or a production company? Okay, well, so they've got money, and you need money to make your documentary.
Correct.
Have you what?
And I kind of want them to make it, actually.
Oh, you want them to even make it? Jeez.
Yeah. And I want to be in it because there's a funny twist to it.
Okay, you want to be in it, and you want to. Yeah. So what do you really bring into the table? You're bringing to the table an idea. Do you want to be compensated for this idea? Because it's going to be hard. That's going to be the hardest part.
After it gets sold.
After it gets sold, you want a little piece of the
like
profits
everybody else,
there.
right?
Yeah, get a little piece. Documentary is the work of like filmmakers that have kind of devoted their life to the art and the craft. And those people, there's so many of them. This is kind of the bad news you don't want to hear. There's so many of them that are struggling to get a piece of this distribution. Very few end up on the screens. And I know people in the DVD business, documentary is a bad word for DVD distributors. It means low sales. So not a lot of money into it, yet there's so many. It's such a great art and a sophisticated. I'm going to say it's a classy business. You know, if you're a documentary filmmaker,
Right.
People want to talk to you at parties. So there's a lot of prestige. So there's all this prestige. People have devoted their lives to filmmaking and, documentary reporting. You're competing with those people. If you're not a filmmaker, I would say better to find out who documentary directors are and approach them and say, and you've got to bring something to the table. If you just give them an idea, they're kind of like, well, that's an idea that I already thought of anyway, and now I'm going to make it, and you're going to sue me. So there's a lot of complicated things in here. If you bring in something to the table, say, well, this is a documentary about the people that live at a rest home where they have to dress in the uniforms from Battlestar Galactica, and that's how they get therapy. And guess what? My husband is the chief physician there. And you're bringing something to the table, the cooperation. So you got to bring something to the table, and I would go to a documentary filmmaker rather than the money people, because the money people have too many people that can actually make these films coming at them every day. Best I can do. Okay?
Okay, great.
All right. Thanks for your call. Bye, Kim. Okay, 877-900-1031. That make any sense? I think it did. I think it's some of my best work.